Hi, this is Francisco Bujan from vitalcoaching.com. We are talking about happiness, success, and the topic for this video is clarify your objectives. This means that you need to have a vision, a plan, an action path, some form of ideal vision about what you want for the future if you want to succeed with what you want to achieve. Okay? You need to know where you want to go before you even start going there. You will realize that very often when you actually have a clear picture of what you want, that's already half of the results. That's already half of the path which is achieved before you even start, because you already know what you want. I mean, imagine starting to build a house, for instance, and you actually have no plan, right? It's like starting in the blue, no idea of how it's going to look like. So with life, it is exactly the same. You can realize that really you are the designer of your life. So when you start in a certain direction and you have already a clear vision of what you want to achieve, then you might have some modifications along the line, but basically you are going to get there much easier. This is why when we have a coaching session, for instance, when we start a session, I'm going to ask you, what are your targets for this session? What is it that you want to achieve? And this is really the starting point, because once you know what you want, then you start already building the vision, and this creation of the vision is something that is going to get you there much faster. I don't know if you have been traveling, sometimes in a new country, you realize that going to this country without a map, for instance, is something that keeps you really vague. You don't know where the path is. It is the same with traveling on the road, right? You have directions, you have an arrow that points out in the right way. So this idea about clarifying your objectives is a really top one before you start taking action, and it's a big part of achieving the success that you want. So how do you clarify your objectives? Well, basically you sit down and you brainstorm. Before you start taking action, you actually start thinking about what is it that you really want. And very often you will notice that you have some conflicting interests, right? You have, you can go right, left, you can choose for different directions, and amongst all these possible directions, there is going to be a couple of them that you think, okay, these are really the ones that are the most important for me. So what tends to happen when you start taking action without clarifying your objectives is that very often you engage into side tracks. You start wasting energy into doing stuff which is not really important and is not really going to make you happy. So when you clarify these objectives, you actually are saying, okay, here is the path, here is exactly what you want, what I want to achieve, and by doing that you're already strengthening this pathway and putting the side tracks aside. You don't let yourself be distracted by stuff which is not really relevant to what you want to achieve. Okay, this is the message for today. Clarify your objectives. If you want to achieve something, start by sitting down. You take a white page, you write the possible objectives. You don't have to have a clear picture straight away. You start by writing a few ideas, by brainstorming on that, and you will notice that after doing that for a moment, the vision of what you want is going to clarify itself really fast. Okay, this is one of the core things that we do in coaching sessions. So I encourage you, if you are trapped within not knowing what to do with your life, what direction to go next, sign up for a session. I'll be happy to help you. The link is at vitalcoaching.com/coaching.htm. I'll meet you soon again for more vids, more tips, more power kicks. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.